Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Pre-Market Report sponsored by Delta.Exchange. Very bad news. Today is going to be a disastrous day. The markets recovered very well over the last three trading sessions. Almost every day around 300 point rally. So took the rally from the recent low to yesterday's high close to 900 points. And what has happened? And three things happened after the market. And number one, I do not know what is happening in Iran conflict. Looks like, so there's a big problem between Qatar and Iran. Qatar has asked the Iran diplomats to leave the country. Looks like, there is some attack in oil refineries. The crude prices shot up more than 10%. So crude, though one day, I think on March 9th, it went up to $120. Then the very next day, it came to $90. Then after that, it was hovering $100 plus minus. $100 is still okay. But overnight, 10% shot up. So we are already having a problem in terms of crude oil. So this is going to be a very big problem. The second one, the US inflation data came. So they have something called producer price index. Actually, yesterday I did not notice that. Without noticing that, I also taken some position, got into some trouble. Usually in US, three types of inflation data comes. One is CPI, consumer price inflation data. Second one is PCE, personal consumption expenditure data. The third one is PPI, producer price index. All three are related to inflation. As and when the data comes, the markets will be very jittery. So yesterday that inflation came much above expected, and then S&P 500 has fallen more than 2% from intraday high to intraday low, and Nasdaq also. So everything was selling off. Now S&P 500 has come very close to the lower end of the trading range. But these two are international issues which are not in our control. But what has happened, even the bigger disaster within India. A part-time chairman and a director of HDFC Bank has resigned. So what is the big deal if a person resigns? Number one, usually if a person working at such a high place, HDFC Bank is the number one company in India, remember. And the chairman of that company, so that means among the employees is the best possible person. Must be drawing salary in hundreds of crores. The previous HDFC Bank chairman, when he retired, he got the ESOPs alone about 800 crore. Such a high profile person, even if there is a problem with the company, so usually people do not divulge that outside. They will simply say, on my personal ground, I am resigning. But what this person has chosen to do, he has chosen to tell the reason exactly. So the values of the company does not align with my personal views. Something like that. I'm not repeating the same words. So which means that the investors got the idea that there is something wrong going on in HDFC Bank. And as a result, HDFC Bank, ADR, the shares in Indian shares which are being traded in US, it is down 7.5%. Can you imagine a stock that's a number one stock in India? I think its weightage is more than 12%, even assuming 12% weightage, and a 7.5% fall, that alone can, take out nearly 150 to 200 point in Nifty. So now you see why there is such a panic in GIFT Nifty. GIFT Nifty is down more than 500 points. That's more than 2%. Usually our market do not make such a big gap up or big gap down. And looking at this saga, I would only tell, what the government is doing, right? The government's responsibility is to make sure that the orderly functioning of the stock market, there should not be any knee-jerk reactions on a bigger scale. So if I can be right, I'm not a supporter of Congress, but if I can remember Dhirubhai Ambani, when he died, there were some problem between Mukesh Ambani and Anil Ambani in dividing their properties. So I heard that the then finance minister intervened, and he said, see, Reliance is a number one group in India. So if any ugly thing can affect the entire stock market, and in turn it can affect the entire economy. So he intervened, he compromised, then finally, so Mukesh Ambani and Anil Ambani amicably settled the things. So the same way, so if any such bigger disaster, that can affect potentially the stock market, and in turn it can potentially affect the economy. So the government must have intervened, must have investigated what is happening. Some orderly movement should have happened. But suddenly one guy coming and telling that the company's values are not same as my values, so that means what? Okay, he's just directly mentioning that something is going on in HDFC Bank, and tomorrow if they are caught, so being a director, being a chairman, I will also be responsible. So I do not want to get into that kind of a problem. So I'm getting out. So this is a very, very bad way of doing things, right? So just imagine one person's resignation, how much havoc it can create in stock market. And if GIF Nifty is indicating a more than 500 point fall, more than 2% fall, imagine what will happen to HDFC Bank Nifty. And if HDFC Bank, which has roughly about 20% weightage, if that is down by 7.5%, Bank Nifty can fall nearly 2000 points just because of HDFC Bank. Yesterday, ICICI Bank ended in green, but as a collateral damage to HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank has fallen more than 3%. So that is about 15% weightage in Bank Nifty. I'm talking all approximate. So 3% weightage and a 15%, that can shave another 0.5% from Bank Nifty. So today, the first 10-15 minutes is going to be a huge problem, huge hangama, and all those put buyers must be celebrating. Just now, yesterday I mentioned, yesterday's high, it was 23,875. And I said, third day high must be taken out. Then only the market trend is confirmed on the higher side. But see what is happening. Now the third day high is going to become a distant dream, right? So it is high time the finance minister should intervene, and to talk something good about stock market. Our market is going to be in the long-term trouble. And although people are saying, why FIIs are selling? No, because our market is a high valued market, this and that. Okay. But remember, it is the same FIIs came and kept on investing when our valuation was very, very high. Right. So no matter what is said, they have become net sellers on almost every year since this long-term capital gain tax was introduced. To add fuel to the fire, they were increased, and then STT was also increased, right? So yesterday I was talking to one of my friends. So he said, sir, can you look at the Chinese market? They have done extremely well in last 1 year, 1.5 year, but we are doing so badly. And I told him, look at the Chinese market last 15 years. Last 15 years, that market has not gone anywhere. Okay, but Indian markets kept moving leaps and bounds. Right, from Nifty around 3,000, sometimes in 2008, to 26,000. How many times? 8 times, 9 times. But if you look at that 15-year period, the Chinese market has not gone anywhere. Right? And who knows, now maybe next 15 years, Chinese markets may go leaps and bounds higher, and then, we might not be going anywhere for the next 15 years. That is very much possible. Already 1.5 years is gone, and we are down nearly 10%. Right? So if you take the opportunity cost into account, in 1.5 year, if you put the money in bank FD, you would have got about 12% interest, assuming 8% per annum. And on top of which, another 10% fall in Nifty. So that means you are sitting with a total of 22%. And this is only if you look at the Nifty. If you have invested in mid cap, small cap stocks, the story is completely very, very bad. So we are already sitting with about 20% plus loss, right? And there are no signs of recovery at all, right? So India's problem is compounding, and I do not know. I always say people should look at the right time. I do not know how this chairman has realized all of a sudden one day, yesterday, when India is already facing a huge problem internationally because of Iran war, crude oil prices, right? And suddenly one day he realizes and then he resigns. I do not know how come the company's values have gone wrong, okay, in just one day. But if this has been happening for a long time, then you should have got out earlier, right? So again, I would say, uh, maybe right decision at the wrong time. And the same thing I told you when SEBI decided to rejig the Bank Nifty. I said the same thing. It is the right decision, but at the wrong time. And HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank keep on falling. And if you look at the broader picture, 6 months, 1 year before, if you see IT sector problem, pharma sector problem, FMCG sector problem, every major sector was in a big trouble. Only one sector that was doing very well was banking. And if you can remember, 1.5 year before, when Nifty touched an all-time high, the Bank Nifty was 54,000. And then it went up to 61,500. That's about 20% higher. Compared to the Nifty not even 1% higher than 2024 high. But what has happened? After that, the GST reduction that came in last September, auto stocks have shot up. So in India, there were only two sectors which were bullish. One is banking, second one is auto. Now, auto sector has fallen more than 10%, right? That's obviously when the crude oil goes like this, sooner or later they have to increase the petrol price, or they have to reduce the taxes, but that they will not do it. So we know, right? No matter how much you suffer, the government wants to keep the revenue. So auto sector got into trouble. Now, because of this Bank Nifty rejig, now this HDFC Bank chairman resigning, the Bank Nifty is also. So there are only two sectors which are doing well, and both of them being hammered left, right, and center. And then which sector is going to take the markets higher? And I really do not know. So yesterday there was a good amount of short covering. IT stocks rallied like anything, but again, Infosys ADR is down by more than 2%. So it's going to be panic. So I do not know what the domestic institutions are planning. Are they going to support the market in the morning itself? So what they're going to do? And another big problem, stocks like HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, the Reliance Industries, these are the top 3 companies in India, most of the mutual funds will be having large holdings. Particularly, HDFC Bank is the darling of mutual funds. So such a fall in HDFC Bank is naturally going to affect a lot of mutual funds portfolio also. So let us see what's going to happen. So it's going to be absolute panic, and there is a reason to be panic, and hope that the government is also looking at this and do something. Right? Nothing wrong, even if finance minister come and announces some cut in STT in order to stabilize the market. So the government responsibility is to stabilize the market, but so far, we have not seen the government intervening in the stock market. And yesterday the currency hit a fresh all-time low. If this continues, more FIIs are going to get panic, and more FIIs are going to sell. So this vicious circle is likely to continue. So let us see what is going to happen. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.